This is May 31st, 2026, Wwe Sports Segment. Welcome into the video. What we are doing today, pretty simple. We're going to do Raw results May 25th, 2026. And then we're going to do May 29th, 2026, SmackDown results. And then we're going to do Clash of Italy review. That's what we're doing today. In a couple of weeks, we're going to go back to look at all the champions and who we think's in it. Maybe, no, we're not going to do that, actually. We're just going to do every current champion, their storyline, and kind of talk about them a little bit as we are heading at that point. So yeah, that is the plan. Let's get into the Raw results here. What's happening over here? Okay, anyways. That freaking tissues over there. Okay, anyways. Raw results May 25th, 2026. Brock Lesnar sends a message to Femi en route into the rematch for Clash of Italy. I'm going to rule over you, over Femi. Basically just yapping about how he is going to beat Femi. Yeah, that's all you need to know. You got the point. There you go. You're up to date. In response, Femi told Paul Heyman this time I'm fighting to kill the Beast. He basically cornered him, signed a contract. He said, I'm not going to fight to win. I'm going to fight to kill him, kind of thing. I think Paul Heyman may have crapped his pants at least twice, potentially 3 times. But that's what happened there. Penta defeats Javon Evans in Intercontinental Championship match. It was a very good match. High flying, few minutes of a match. Very good match. Very, very, very good match. I like the way they're heading with both of these superstars. And then we got Austin Theory unleash a brutal chair assault on Joe Hendry as he sung Fire Logan Paul. Logan Paul obviously got tore his triceps, I believe. So they're trying to push Austin Theory because they have to make him go alongside Braun Breaker and not him look like a goonball. Bayley and Lyra Valkyria defeats Raquel Rodriguez and Roxanne Perez. I really think they should be giving Judgment Day these wins, but I don't know, man. I think that could do wonders for him, but I guess they're just going to keep taking L's, I guess. Jimmy Uso warned LA Knight to say Bloodline business. LA Knight came out and said he's going to join the King of the Ring, and that if he does win it, or when he does, I guess, he said, but if he does win it, he wants a fair shot at Roman Reigns. Jimmy Uso basically said it's going to be a fair fight, mind your own business, kind of thing. Seth Rollins defeats Montez Ford. It was a good match, and then Austin Theory beat up Angelo Dawkins, and backstage, Seth Rollins and Angelo Dawkins said, we got to team up and stop these guys, and they agreed to team up. Rey Mysterio defeats Rusev. Again, why is Rusev continuing to not only lose, but then get beat up after the fight? Makes no sense. I guess so. And then, they signed Jacob Fatu and Roman Reigns signed the Tribal Combat contract, for Clash of Italy, and then they talked, and then had a stare down, and then that what leads us to that. SmackDown results May 29th, 2026. Rhea Ripley, Charlotte Flair, and Alexa Bliss interrupted Jade Cargill and Micha and B-Fab. They were talking about how they're going to win. Jade Cargill was going to win Clash of Italy, and then Rhea Ripley came out with Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They talked. Alexa Bliss said, I'm not scared of you, Jade Cargill, and then they fought on Jade Cargill, won pretty convincingly. Trying to build Jade Cargill for Clash of Italy. I like the move, honestly, I do. Because obviously Alexa can take a loss, and Jade Cargill needed to win. Axiom defeats Miz. Axiom in his hometown, home country, I guess. I don't know if it's town, but home country regardless, and defeats Miz. Good match, high-flying match. Quite hype in that time. Tama Tonga and Talo Tonga defeat Damian Priest and Royce Keys. Royce Keys is eventually going to join the MFT. I'll tell you that now. And if he doesn't, I'll be shocked. Especially how the way this match went. I do like the storyline, though. I like the whole MFT situation. And Royce Keith, I think it's fun. Sami Zayn defeats Mark Cardona. Mark Cardona actually held his own in this match. It was actually a pretty good match, but Sami obviously won. But closer than I thought. Pretty fun little match there. Carmelo Hayes, and Ricky Saints argued in front of Chuck Williams. It wasn't really just them two. I mean, they were all kind of bickering at each other. Then eventually at the end they did that, and Chuck Williams smacked Ricky Saints, I believe. Yes, I think so. And then that kind of happened after that. Carmelo Hayes versus Ricky Saints in a double countout. They were fighting on the outside. Carmelo Hayes tried getting into the ring, and it wasn't in time. I mean, that's fair because we don't really want any of them to take a loss. So, I mean, that kind of makes sense. Chelsea Green defeats Nia Jax in Chelsea Green's in-ring debut since hurting her ankle. Comes back, defeats Nia Jax. Very impressive first win. Obviously, it helped Tiffany Stratton, obviously. Cody Rhodes and Gunther engaged in a tense face-off. They cut a promo for probably 10 minutes or so, and then they faced off a little bit. And that what sets us into Clash at Italy. Into Clash at Italy here. Undisputed WWE Champion Cody Rhodes defeated Gunther. It was actually quite a good match. Gunther opening the show. Very sick entrance when he came out. And then Cody Rhodes obviously came out after another sick entrance to open up the show. Kind of like this said, Cody Rhodes evaded the sleeper hold early. They were combating early. It's a slow start, and then they kind of went into Gunther eventually held the chokehold on him for a while. Cody got out. Sequence, a powerbomb from Gunther, then the sequence where Cody Rhodes hit a Cody Cutter, got him up crossroads, and then Gunther said he had his foot under the rope and touched the rope, and the ref didn't see either or. And Cody Rhodes win. Gunther was like, I literally hit the rope. I was like under the rope, so I should have lost. And then Cody's like, and Cody retained. He won. So, that's going to set up a rematch on the future, I would heavily suppose. Women's World Champion Rhea Ripley defeat Jade Cargill. Again, this was a very good match. I mean, it was close, 2 heavyweights. Like as you see, Jade Cargill kept mocking Rhea Ripley with push-ups and showboating. It was just a grapple fight, man. It was just grappling and wrestling and see who was stronger. And Rhea Ripley ended up coming on top and saying, hey, I'm the stronger one, and you're not getting another shot at this kind of thing. Brock Lesnar defeats Obafemi. I kind of get the point of this. 7 F5s from Brock Lesnar. They were just F5, 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 kick out. Obafemi got a little bit of attack in. Brock Lesnar hit him with the F5, kicked out, and then 2 more F5s, and it was over. I see the point of this. Okay, I didn't originally say this. One of my family members actually said this. It wasn't my idea. I won't take credit for it. But they said that it's going to set up for Brock Lesnar and Obafemi at SummerSlam, which is in Minneapolis, and Brock Lesnar is from Minneapolis. So the Obafemi is going to beat Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam, and he's going to retire, and Brock Lesnar is going to retire in his home crowd. Your hometown. Y'all seeing that? Yeah. You know. So Ruka defeats Becky Lynch to win the Women's Intercontinental title. This kind of surprised me, but it also kind of didn't. I could easily see it being a trilogy a little bit down the line, potentially at SummerSlam. Again, they both won one. Becky Lynch is somehow going to find a way to complain and cry about it, and we get a rematch, and that's going to set up down the line. That's probably going to happen at SummerSlam or in a future pay-per-view. I don't know. Whatever the next pay-per-view is potentially as well, I don't even know. World Heavyweight Champion Roman Reigns defeated Jacob Fatu in Tribal Combat. This was a very, very interesting match, right? I mean, they brawled in the ring, and then they were going back and forth, back and forth. They brawled throughout the arena, up in the stands, and they came out, went through the barricade, through the announce table, just hitting each other. Roman Reigns brought out toolbox, hit Jacob Fatu in his hand with it. And the ring, they were fighting a little bit, brought a table out. Jacob Fatu tried hitting the Tongan death grip. His hand gave out on him. Roman Reigns eventually worked his way, hitting a spear. Jacob Fatu got up, and then he hit a spear again, and that was it. And then, obviously, as the stipulations heading into the match, if Roman Reigns won, Jacob Fatu has to follow him and serve for him. But if Jacob Fatu won, he's the new tribal chief, and Roman Reigns won, so now he has to serve for him. But as Roman Reigns and the Usos walking down the ramp saying, come on, Jacob Fatu, the MFT, Solo Sikoa, former member of the Bloodline, also fought Roman Reigns. I believe they fought Roman Reigns and lost with Talatanga and Tamatanga behind him for the MFT, behind the barricade, and he was like, and he kind of just standing there for a little bit. Jacob Fatu was contemplating between going with the MFT and the Bloodline going down the other way. Eventually, he started reluctantly walking down the ramp, and that's how Clash of Italy ended. I think it was a good show. I mean, obviously, it's simple. It wasn't anything shocking, and we don't need shocking every time. It was good matches. It's good. It's simple. 5 matches. Started off on a really good note. I think the Jade Cargill match is a pretty good match. I think Brock Lesnar obviously wasn't the greatest match, but it sets up for a great storyline heading into SummerSlam, I believe. I think it sets up for a good storyline. So Ruka defeats Becky. Like, I think this coming out good. It also could set up the storyline heading into SummerSlam, which I think is better for the future. And I think it's also a very good match and good for Sol Ruka that she won. And the way she won also was pretty sick. And this match was also a phenomenal match. And that could set up a lot of interesting storyline for Jacob Fatu. What is he going to do? The Bloodline, MFT, and everything like that. It also puts MFT with Royce Keys and the Jacob Fatu situation. That's that. That's going to do it for WWE Sunday, May 31st edition, the last sports segment, or anything really, of May. We'll see you guys in the next video in June. Yeah. We'll see you guys there. Peace.